Good morning, Year 7. I hope you're well and having a lovely day. Please could you write the date and the title 100 years from now. Today is the last day of the village project. You will need a pen and just your book for this lesson. So for your do now, I'd like you to look at these objects. What do you think they were used for? Write down your ideas in your book. You have 10 minutes to do this. So for example, I think that one might be a jewellery box or a container for perfume. Pause the video to do this now. So these are all historical artifacts. Artifacts are objects made by humans of historical or cultural interest. They give us clues about how people lived in the past. So number 1 is an incense burner made in Saudi Arabia. 2, Roman hairpins. 3, Roman counters and dice for games. 4, a Celtic mirror. 5, a slice of Queen Victoria's wedding cake. And finally the last one, a leather shoe. So can you note down the correct answers? So 100 years from now, what do you think the world will be like? I'd like you to write down some ideas. Spend 5 minutes doing this, please. Okay, task 1. Imagine that future archaeologists are returning to the site of your village 100 years from now. I'd like you to think of 5 everyday objects from 2020 which they might dig up. You can draw them if you'd like. What will the archaeologists think they were? Write up their notes. So pause the video for 10 minutes to do this now. Okay, so today the dig unearthed this small plastic object. We think it might have possibly been some kind of toy or weapon. The plastic hasn't decayed at all. It clearly had little value as it was in a rubbish pile away from the residential part of the site. So this is an example of the kind of thing you may have written. So task 2 is to write the history of the village after 2020. What happened in your village in 2020 after the result of the Stop the HS2 campaign was revealed? What happened to all the people, their homes and their businesses? Where did they go? How did they get on? And were they happy? Imagine that you're a historian and write up the history of the village and its inhabitants, so the people who live there, from 2020 to 2120. Aim to write 200 to 400 words. So pause the video for 25 minutes to do this now. And finally, task 3, design a plaque. I would like you to design a plaque or monument to commemorate and remember your village. Draw it into your book. So you've got some examples on the slide. Please have a look at them and then design your plaque. Okay, so that's the end of today's lesson. Thank you very much for your hard work on the village project. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be moving on to poetry next, so I hope you enjoy that too. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.